Now, the political turmoil is growing in Gambia. The nation's parliament passed a resolution on Wednesday to allow President Yahya Jammeh, who lost an election in December, to extend his stay in office for 3 months. In a broadcast statement on state-run television Tuesday, Jammeh said the state of emergency would last until the Supreme Court decides on a complaint his political party filed a week after the election, citing voting irregularities. The West African Regional Bloc, ECOWAS, has placed its military force on standby if Jammeh does not step down on Thursday, when his term is set to expire. The growing threat of violence prompted thousands of Gambians to flee their homeland for neighboring Senegal.
So for him, obviously, we are pleading to him as concerned Gambians, if he really loves the nation, like he said, he should just simply go and then give Gambians peace.
Well, Gambia's Supreme Court was expected to rule on Jammeh's petition January the 10th, but it postponed the ruling until May because it was unsure a peaceful political transition would take place. Now, for more perspective on the situation in Gambia, Pa Nderimbai is a founder and publisher of the Freedom newspaper online. He joins us via Skype from Raleigh, North Carolina. Pa, welcome to Africa 54. And my first question to you is, this latest developments, do they have any consequences as far as tomorrow is concerned, the extension by Parliament of the President's term?
Thank you, Vincent. Currently, there is a problem in the country. Almost everyone is fleeing. Tourists are living in large numbers in the Gambia. Tonight, midnight, Jammeh's term is going to expire. And based on the information we're receiving right now, there is heightened security alert in the country. The army is divided, and Jammeh is banking on the army to flush any possible invasion coming from ECOWAS.
From what you're hearing, is there any military preparation by Mr. Jammeh himself? Has anybody seen evidence of troops perhaps marshalling around the border with Senegal, whichever side? We know it is literally inside Senegal. Is there any such military preparations?
Yes, troops are stationed along the border. And as we speak, there are also troops within the barracks. Almost all the troops are confined to barracks. There is no movement of soldiers in the streets. People are staying home, and the streets are completely deserted. Banjul is a ghost town tonight.
Well, the ECOWAS said they will have Mr. Adama Barrow inaugurated tomorrow. How realistic is this? Are there any arrangements, any preparations within the country for his inauguration?
That's the million-dollar question, Vincent. ECOWAS is saying that Mr. Barrow is going to be inaugurated, but the question is whether Mr. Barrow will enter Banjul tonight. There is no indication that Jammeh will back down. His security forces are on standby. On the Senegal is also saying that come rain, come shine, Mr. Barrow will be inaugurated on Thursday. So we are hoping that by midnight, something will happen. People are really, really worried. They don't know what's going to happen in coming hours. There is fear, there is pandemonium in the country. Mr. Jammeh last night extended his term for another 90 days. Parliament gave him that backing, but there are some constitutional issues surrounding that extension. Some political analysts are saying that Jammeh doesn't have the legal mandate to declare state of emergency, given the timeline of the extension. Constitutionally, Jammeh is required to at least issue a gazette. It should be gazetted for 2 or 3 days before he can declare state of emergency. But under the circumstances, Jammeh is not following constitutional provision.
Well, we'll keep watching. It's just a matter of hours. Panderi, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Vincent.
Well, Nderimbai is the founder and publisher of the Freedom newspaper, an online newspaper.